Hi G4, Pete Brawley, brand manager here at Deep Silver for Risen 2 Dark Waters. We're just going to take a quick look at Risen 2 here. Take a look at some of the combat, some of our piratey aspects. We're going to kick off here, coming into the port of Antigua, home of the pirates. So let's just kick off and get started and see what piratey madness we can get up to. Okay, so now we're just going to take a walk into the city and see who we can meet along the way. So what we're doing here is we're actually on the hunt for a pirate known as Slyn. He is in possession of an artifact that we need to continue our mission. So we're just going to have a little walk around and see where we can find him. We'll talk to this guy, Rick.
No, I'm just borrowing it. I'll bring it back when I'm done with it. That ship, that's Slane's vessel?
That it is. He's up at the captain's house talking to the admiral.
The captain's house?
Straight down the alleyway and past the tavern. Tallest building in the city, you can't miss it.
Okay, so now we know where the admiral is. We're going to make our way towards him.
Well now.
Now here we have found
if it isn't the
Slyn.
new captain. Looking a little green around the gills there, sport.
I'm here to talk about an artifact. The sacrificial knife.
My artifact, you mean? All right, let's talk. But not here. Better we speak aboard my vessel. Follow me.
So Slyn's had a bit of a falling out with the admiral at this point, and what he's going to tell us here is that he can't move the port until we've achieved a certain amount of missions here. So at this point, Slyn has informed us that in order for him to bring us to the island where he has the sacrificial knife, he needs us to work with him on this. He needs us to talk to a few of the workers around the docks and see if we can help them out to break the embargo that the admiral has set on Slyn's ship. So next, what the player will do is basically talk to a few of the inhabitants in the town here, basically trying to find out how we can help them, what the story is behind the embargo with Slyn, and you know we can do this in a number of different ways. We can help each person in different ways, but let's take a look. Here we're coming up to a guy known as Miles, who's a water carrier. So at this point we're going to look at two options for getting rid of Butch. Butch has basically told the water carriers that they're not allowed to do any work as long as the embargo stays. So one option is, we'll take a look, is to do it forcefully. We'll talk to Slyn, we'll talk to Butch, and we'll lead him away, and we'll take advantage of the situation. So this shows in Risen, there's lots of moments where you'll actually be able to tackle such a mission in different ways. So this is option one, of course, and now we're going to lead him into this cave. And the next thing we're going to see is that later on you can unlock a skill perk known as Nuff Said. This basically allows you to take out a gun during a conversation and just shoot the person there and then. So this seems like a good time to put it to good use. So that's option one. Option two is a little bit more of an indirect approach, and it depends on whether or not you have chosen voodoo as your faction, as your weapon of choice. So here we'll basically up until this point we've talked to Butch, we've distracted him and taken a hair from his head, because when we use voodoo dolls on NPCs, we first need an item of their person. So what we have done up until this point is we took the hair from his head, returned to the town and made a voodoo doll using Butch's hair, and then we've returned, and now at this point we're actually using the voodoo doll to take control. And this is but one of many examples in Risen where you can do this. Generally when you're playing the game, you either have the choice to be with the Inquisition and use firearms, or you can actually side with the natives and learn voodoo. Choice is yours. So here we can take a more detailed look at the swordplay in Risen 2. Very swashbuckling in nature. It's all about waiting for the right moment to attack your opponent. We can see that Morgan here has used a heavy attack, and as long as we leave our guard up, we can defend every attack. We also have the opportunity to launch a counter attack, like so, and in combination with a pistol. So let's take a look at the monkey here in more detail. So we can use him in many different ways. One, we can use him to distract different NPCs, or we can also simply use him to climb in windows and get to places that are normally inaccessible for our own character. Here we're just going to nick a few items, and then we'll return to the player. You can also use the monkey in many different situations, like to recon a particular cave or temple, just to see what traps are there, what awaits the player. Here we'll have a look at the voodoo in action. This is one different type of a weapon that we have, known as the Power Scepter, and it allows us to target one enemy and force him to attack another. So here we have one pirate, and we're going to ask him to attack Henri here, the gunsmith. We can use this to our advantage to help thin numbers of enemies, or also to use it as a way of distracting. It's completely up to the player in whatever way they choose to play. So that was our gameplay look in Risen 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more information in Risen 2 in the coming months.